The Hops continue to struggle with runners on base. They left the bases loaded in the top of the first inning, coming up empty. Now Braden Shipley getting ready to make his professional debut. 6'3", 190 pounds, 21 years old. He'll be 22 on 2/22 of next year, February 22nd. Melvin Soto, the catcher, walking up the front slope of the mound while Shipley stands behind it. They have a brief summit meeting at the top by the pitching rubber, and now Soto will jog lightly to his position back behind home plate. Shipley bends his knees. A quick thought, picks up the rosin bag and drops it. A dozen people here to watch him tonight, including his brother Dustin, his sister Morgan, a couple of aunts, an uncle, his grandparents, some family friends, all up from Medford. Braden Alex Shipley. Quentin Bernard steps in. Shipley's first professional pitch is a fastball inside, 93 miles an hour. 1 ball and no strikes to Quentin Bernard. Very easy delivery for Shipley. Into his wind without his arms going over his head. The pitch waved at and missed. Again, 93 on the gun. Good tailing fastball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Complements that fastball, which tops out at 98 or 99 at times, with a good sinking changeup and a curveball that has good bite. It was a 94-mile-an-hour heater, and Bernard got around on it and pulled it foul, 1-2. It'll only be about 35 pitches or 2 innings for Shipley tonight, whichever comes first, according to his pitching coach Doug Drabeck. And we should see the full repertoire, fastball, curveball, and changeup. He's got Bernard by the neck, and the 1-2 pitch, fastball just outside, 95 mph. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shipley back up the front slope, toes the pitching rubber. His first appearance in 41 days since he was with Nevada. Curveball, a half swing, a roundy win. It was in the dirt, plucked out by Soto, and he tags Bernard on the backside, and Braden Shipley records a strikeout, the first hitter he faces, and so a solid first hitter, Matt, for a guy we've been waiting to see.
And 2 players that were not on the respective rosters. The last series these teams played up in Hillsboro. Quentin Bernard's been all over the Padres system before joining Eugene, and Braden Shipley making his debut tonight.
Here is Henry Charles, righty to lefty. Soto setting up inside corner. Fastball smokes that inside corner at 95. High octane from Braden Shipley.
Looks like a lot of adrenaline coursing through those veins right now, Rich.
I really bet there are. He nods yes to Soto. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Choked a changeup, and it bounced a couple of feet in front of home plate. 84 miles an hour. 1 ball and 1 strike.
You watch him. He's just constant activity out there on the hill. A little fidgety.
6'3" right-hander nods yes to Soto. Charles, left-hand hitter, open stance, and the pitch, a fastball swung on and missed, 95 miles an hour again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It was a bit of a surprise that Shipley lasted to the 15th pick in the draft. Dangles his right arm down, now ready, turns and delivers on 1-2, fastball high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Says his goal is to make it to the big leagues within 2 years, but he wants to take it 1 step at a time. Here is step 1 tonight at PK Park in Eugene. 2-2 pitch, changeup, waved at and missed. It trickles behind Soto. He throws the mask away, has to move the first baseman Roberts to the outside of the bag, the foul side, and he throws out Charles. A strikeout on a curveball, a strikeout on a changeup. And there are 2 down for Anthony Torres. 10 pitches for Braden Shipley. Torres hitting .314 in 10 games coming in. Braden Shipley, very much the late bloomer, has really pitched exclusively only for 2 years. Fastball taken high, ball 1. And that could be a benefit because there's less wear and tear on that arm at 21 years old than there would be on other players that age. 1-0 pitch. Fastball underneath the hands of Torres. 2 balls and no strikes. Went to 1 and 2 on each of the first two hitters. He falls behind Torres with Trey Santos on deck. Righty against righty. Shipley winds and delivers on 2-0, and that fastball paints the outside edge at 94. Consistently 94 and 95 miles an hour. Braden Alex Shipley out of the University of Nevada. The 2-1 pitch. Grounded slowly out to second, picked up by William Castillo. He throws over to Robert's side, retired. Torres sawed off by a 93-mile-an-hour heater. And they barely touch him. 2 strikeouts and a weak ground out to second. And 1 inning in the books for Braden Shipley. We go to the top half of the second. It's still no score. Bottom half of the second inning, no score. Braden Shipley, 2 strikeouts and a weak ground out in his first ever professional inning. Rich Burke along with Matt Rickard, and Matt normally calls the 4th and 5th innings. That's the first time you hear his dulcet stylings on play-by-play. But he drove all the way down here to watch Braden Shipley pitch, and he's probably only going to go 2 innings. So for the play-by-play, here's Matt.
Oh, how about that? Trey Santos going to lead off the second inning for Eugene and takes a first pitch fastball. 92 miles per hour. You took a little off that one, Rich. 92 miles per hour on the inside. Santos, big left-hander for Guam, sends one down the right field line. Fair ball inside the bag at first. Santos makes the turn, barreling towards second, fumbling the ball in the corner. Esquera has trouble getting it out. Santos way off the bag at second, coming in behind. Gebhardt applies the tag from the relay, but Santos able to crawl back to the pillow. I think the strong arm of Esquera, once he finally secured that baseball down to the right field corner, caught Santos unaware. There was nobody near the bag at second, so he took a big turn, got about a third of the way to third base. The ball came firing in there to the cutoff man Castillo. And then Gebhardt sneaking in behind. Santos just able to get back to the bag, a double. You jinxed him, Rich. You turned it over to me, and look what happens. 2 pitches and a double.
Now, you don't go for that broadcaster's jinx stuff, do you?
Not at all. Not at all.
Attaboy.
Although I was wondering, do we want him to strike everybody out and maybe only last 2 innings, or get a couple of early swings so we can squeeze a third inning out of him?
I think he's only going 2 one way or the other.
Fastball outside. Ryan Miller, the catcher, at the plate now. 2 catchers named Miller on the Eugene roster. Both of them are in the lineup tonight. Michael Miller, the designated hitter, waiting on deck. Ryan Miller batting .345 with 3 runs batted in. We'll see how Shipley does from the stretch for the first time with Santos on second base. That one's hit high in the air down the right field side. It's going to go foul into the Levi's Landing, a large patio on the right field side with lots of round dining tables. I'd say about 40, 45 tables down there. Ball to strike to Miller. Fastball off the glove of Soto. It'll get to the backstop. And down to third goes Santos. That'll probably be a pass ball on the Hillsboro catcher.
I think he got crossed up, although he is not going out to talk with Shipley. If he had gotten crossed up, they would be conversing right now. I think he just misjudged that curveball.
So Shipley will pitch out of a jam here, we hope, with a runner on third base, nobody out. 2 balls, 1 strike to Miller. Slightly open stance for the right-hand side. Grounder to the left side. That's not going to move Santos. Glove by Parr. The strong throw across. Oh, that was close. Miller made it close by hustling up the line. Not a particularly hard hit ball. Parr, the third baseman, took it near the bag and made a strong throw, but Miller, good hustle to first, beaten by half a step. So Shipley gets 1 out. Now looking for his third punch out. Trying to keep Michael Miller from putting it in play. No score. Hops loaded the bases in the top of the first inning. Eugene going down in order with 2 strikeouts in their first run at bat, as Shipley misses with ball 1 to Miller. Michael Bass, the third baseman, waiting on deck. Leadoff double for Trey Santos. Grounder hit to second base, backhanded by Castillo. Santos does not run well. He will stay put, and Castillo throws him out. Well, the infield not exactly drawn in there, Rich. Now it's a tough backhand play for Castillo. I'm a bit surprised that Santos didn't get a jump from third.
Yeah, they had the infield halfway, not all the way in as they did last night in several situations, and I just think he's such a lumbering runner that he would have to wait for the ball to get through. Would have been an interesting play at the plate if he had decided to come and Castillo had tried to throw him out.
Castillo backhanding the ball, going towards second base. Would have been an off-balance throw. So here's Bass. Michael Bass batting .300. Had a hit in 3 at-bats last night. Grounded to the left side. Glove by Parr. Throw to first. And Shipley gets out of the jam with 3 ground ball outs in the second inning. The leadoff double by Trey Santos. He's left stranded at third. And we go to inning number 3. No score at PK Park, the Hillsboro Hops and the Eugene Emeralds.